Yankee Baseball on MSG is being brought to you by Mazda. Experience cars and trucks built with a passion for the road. Mazda. Yankees' last chance at the Red Sox as they come up to bat here in the top of the ninth inning. Boston leading at 9-7. Heathcliff Slocum came on in the eighth inning. With the Yankees mounting a threat, he got out of trouble, got 2 outs in the eighth. Now he gets to work the ninth, trying to save this game. Mariano Duncan.
Mariano should know him. They were teammates in Philadelphia.
Slocum, the big right-handed reliever, working from the stretch. And Duncan, who likes the ball away and likes to hit it to right, backed off that inside offering.
And he likes to hit it, period. Mariano, very aggressive swinger, and this is one time here the Yankees down 2 that Joe Torre would like to see him be a little more patient, try to make Slocum throw some strikes.
There's one of them. Duncan is hitting in the 9th spot, so the Yankees will have Boggs up next and then Bernie Williams. Tied him up. 1 ball and 2 strikes now from Heathcliff Slocum.
Nothing but heat. And the Yankees know it. They know what's coming. Kind of like hitting against Mariano Rivera. Hitters know what's coming. They still can't hit it.
Pretty good hack right there by Mariano Duncan. Well, I guess if Cliff Johnson had hung around a little while longer, he could have had the all Heathcliff battery.
Yeah.
I can't think of any other big leaguers with that first name.
Of course, that was Cliff's nickname.
Oh. Duncan works the count now to 2-2. Yankees haven't lost a road series since Detroit. Very unlikely series that they would lose in Detroit. It happened earlier this year. Red Sox trying to win the rubber game tonight. Duncan cracks it to right field. It's a fair ball down the line. Interference by a fan. It's going to be a ground rule double. Don't leave us yet, because the Yankees have the leadoff man on, and Joe Torre. Well, he's seen a lot of rallies this year. The Yankees have come back from as many as 8 runs. That was in Chicago. They came back from 6 against the Indians, and they're trying to come back from 7 down tonight.
Good at bat by Duncan. Ball down and away, and Mariano takes it the other way to bring the tying run to the plate for the Yankees. And Yankee fans have seen this so often, these comebacks. Good look at Duncan's swing, taking the outside pitch to right field.
Wade Boggs is doubled off the wall his last 2 at-bats. 2 for 4 tonight, plus a walk. Take it for a strike. The Yankees have out-hit the Red Sox 15-9. They've hit 3 home runs, but they still trail by 2. Good average. Nothing in the power department late. A called strike 2 to Boggs.
Now that's where the veteran professional Yankee hitters, especially Boggs, know right now. The temptation is you're 2 runs down to take a big swing. A home run ties it, but you can't fall into that trap if you're a hitter like Wade Boggs.
Got a piece of it to stay alive. Boggs has hit 2 home runs this year. Bernie Williams homered his last time up as a righty. Well, Kevin Kennedy has been on his feet all night long.
Well, there's 2 managers, if you read the reports, that are on the hot seat. There's only been 1 managerial change this year, Rene Latchman of the Marlins, but his brother Marcel, and right here Kevin Kennedy. Rumored to be managers, that if the teams do not begin to play better, that's the first guy that goes, of course, is the manager.
Of course, in the case of Latchman out in California, Marcel, new ownership and lots of changes in store, and some already underway. Heathcliff Slocum trying to close it out for the Red Sox. Nobody out for the Yankees in the 9th, and Mariano Duncan off second. Foul ball by Boggs.
Boy, Buck O'Neill, that great old, grand old baseball man, now living in Kansas City, of course, started the Negro Baseball Museum there, and a very close friend of Red Sox coach Frank White. I was talking hitting with Frank before the game tonight. Buck made a profound statement. He said, your best hitters late in the game better be able to turn on the opposition's best fastball pitcher, or you're not going to win the game. And there again is another advantage for the Yankees. Here you've got a guy with an outstanding fastball, one of the better closers in baseball, and yet the Yankees can run a lot of hitters up there that can handle a good fastball. There's Frank White, the former great second baseman of the Royals.
Boggs hits it on the right side. It's played by Fry. The runner Duncan will move to third base with one out in the ninth inning. So Boggs moves the runner up. The Yankees are still down by 2. Bernie Williams coming up now. 1 inning ago against Mike Stanton. He drove this one into the screen for a 2-run home run. Bernie's team leading 17th of the year. Active night for Bernie Williams. Mariano Duncan now at third base with 1 out. Bernie cracks it towards center field. This one is in for a base hit. And the Yankees now trail 9-8 as Duncan scores. Bernie Williams delivers with his third hit and third run batted in. 9-8.
Boy, and those fans that left early when it was 9-2 might miss a very exciting matchup. There again is a fastball from Slocum. Bernie right on time, takes it up the middle. Red Sox outfielders playing a little deep to guard against the extra base hit, so the ball drops in front of Tinsley. And Joe Torre, yeah, Heathcliff says, it's all right, I'm in control. And the Yankees just hoping they could get Strawberry to the plate.
O'Neill's there now. He hits it hard, and it's a base hit. Bernie Williams is going to turn second and slam the brakes on there. O'Neill with another base hit. He has 3 tonight. 4 hits for O'Neill. And the crowd is buzzing now with Strawberry coming to the plate.
Boy, you talk about being in a helpless position when you look at Kevin Kennedy. O'Neill right on time, like most of the Yankees hitters have been on the fastball. And he's just hoping. I mean, nobody warming up. He's got his ace closer out there and just hoping for a couple of more outs.
Sammy Ellis talking with Heathcliff Slocum. And when we're done here, and maybe a ways till we're done, the Tri-State BMW post-game report. Could be a very memorable one. Slocum, who was telling his teammates, don't worry, I'm in charge. I don't know who he's talking to.
Well, his pitching coach is gone. He's talking to anybody that'll listen right now.
One out and 2 on, a 9-8 game.
This should be fun to watch.
Yankees have excellent speed at second base with Bernie Williams. They've nearly doubled the Red Sox in hits, 17-9. Strawberry hits it hard through the hole. A base hit to right field. Bernie Williams is around third base. He's going to score. The throw is cut off, and the Yankees have tied the game at 9-9. Darryl Strawberry with an RBI single to right field. The Yankees have come from 7 down. It's a brand new game at 9-9 and runners at the corners. Strawberry drives in his 7th run. And this is 8th game, 9-9 in the 9th. What a game.
Another one of those games, should the Yankees pull it out, you go back to that Baltimore series, April 30, May 1. Some of those popular phrase these days, the defining moment, those defining ball games that when you look back on in a championship season, which the Yankees are on their way to, that really stand out. And this is another one of those handful of games.
Tino Martinez fouled it right off the catcher, or rather the umpire.
I mean, this for the Yankee hitters, and this is no disrespect to Slocum, this is for the Yankee hitters is like taking batting practice against a very hard throwing batting practice pitcher, but there's no variety to Slocum's pattern, and the Yankee hitters are so comfortable one right after the other, and they're able to send left-hand hitters up against a right-hand pitcher, and they're just, as Joe Torre likes to say, get me my pipe and slippers in the batter's box. Nowadays you just get real comfortable, dig in, and have a very aggressive swing.
Really no difference between Mike Stanton and Heathcliff Slocum. No. Just pumping out the fastballs. 9-9 in the ninth. Tino batting. Here's a ball hit to right field. Kevin Mitchell coming in, can't get it. Base hit. Yankees are going to take the lead 10-9. O'Neill scores on a base hit to right by Tino Martinez. And the Yankees have come all the way back from a 9-2 deficit to lead it 10-9. Four hits for Tino Martinez.
And oh so close to an inning-ending double play, but another example of things going right for the Yankees. The Red Sox outfielders a little deep. You see Mitchell comes in, has to play it on a hop because Strawberry was on the run. He was around second base when that ball was headed to the outfield. You watch Kennedy and Sammy Ellis track it, and not a thing they can do about it.
I don't know if Kennedy wants to walk to the mound after what has happened here tonight. The Yankees have come from 7 down to take the lead 10-9.
Only game they have come from farther down. And Kennedy has seen enough. He's going to the left-hander. It was that memorable Sunday afternoon in Chicago when the Yankees were down 8 and came back.
A man on the hot seat, Kevin Kennedy, going to the mound to take out Heathcliff Slocum. And he's hearing it from the crowd as he departs. 10-9. The Yankees have the lead, and still there's only one out here in the 9th inning. What a game when you consider the Yankees have left prior to this 13 men on base. 10-9 at Fenway, and there's still a lot more baseball to come. Vaughn Eshelman's on the way in.
Join the summer fun at the Gatorade New York Knicks Summer Basketball Camp presented by Nike. There are 5 one-week sessions in June, July, and August with 3 convenient locations in the tri-state area. Co-ed day camps are available as well as overnight camp for boys. So come on, summer's almost here. For more information on the Gatorade New York Knicks Summer Basketball Camp, call 212-465-4100. That's 212-465-4100.
Word association.
Okay.
Ready? Camping.
Connecticut.
Biking.
Connecticut.
Canoeing.
Connecticut.
Hiking, golfing, sailing, gaming.
Connecticut, 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 Connecticut.
I'm noticing a trend here.
Call now for your free Connecticut vacation guide. If you're into the great outdoors, you'll find Connecticut is a great state to get into. In fact, Connecticut is the perfect place for almost anything. It's a relaxing getaway to a charming inn or B&B. Enjoy antiquing, fine dining, exploring the countryside. It's an exciting cultural experience, rich in history, world-class museums, entertainment, and the lively arts. And Connecticut is a great family adventure with beaches, rides, aquariums, hands-on history, interactive education, and so much more. Call now for your free Connecticut vacation guide.
Fishing.
Connecticut.
Cliff diving.
Cliff diving.
Not his sport.
Well, if you left us and have rejoined us, it's a new ball game.
It's a Fenway game.
10-9 the Yankees. And here is Vaughn Eshelman on to try to do what neither Mike Stanton nor Heathcliff Slocum was able to do put out the fire.
That turns Ruben Sierra around to the right side, where Ruben doesn't have as much power, but he is a better average hitter. And right now, Joe Torre has, one thing in mind: just stay out of the double play, make some contact, make a productive out, get Strawberry home, and give John Wetland an extra run to work with.
John Wetland probably could not have figured he'd be used in this ball game. With a 9-2 score,
he's ready to get his rollerblades on there about the 6th inning, and he had to change gears.
Not so sure he wasn't on them. Ruben Sierra homered as a left-hander. He has had a difficult time as a right-hander of late. Tino Martinez with a go-ahead run-driven ends at first. Strawberry leading off third. Sierra hits this one to deep center field. It is way back, and on the track the catch is made, and the Yankees will get another run. Strawberry trots home. It's 11-9 on the long sacrifice fly to deep center field by Ruben Sierra, and that is career RBI number 1,000 for Sierra.
And that puts him in some pretty good company. One of only 10 switch hitters to reach that plateau. This is the deepest part of the ballpark. A home run in a lot of parks, but a productive out almost 420 feet away. And Joe Torre has that 2-run cushion he was looking for. And Ruben thought for a moment it might be enough.
So a lot of congratulations for Ruben Sierra, who is busted out of his slump big time tonight with 4 runs and 1,000 now in his career. Here's Joe Girardi against Eshelman. Bouncing ball played by Fry. The flip to second base, and the Yankees finally have been retired in the 9th inning. But what a 9th inning it was, with 4 more runs, and the Yankees have taken the lead back at 11-9, with John Wetland coming on looking to extend his major league save record.
The New York Lotto jackpot is now $10 million. Cool.
Okay, tune in to Bob's Stores and let your weekend begin. It's all the clothes you want to wear, all the brands you can't live without, and none of the prices you don't want to pay. It's Bob's, the only place for brands like Nike, Reebok, Levi's, Lee, Champion, Starter, and Fila. Bob's, the only place to start your weekend. So go with the flow, turn up the attitude, and stay tuned to Bob's Stores.
It's Bob's, where the weekend begins.
No matter where you travel this summer, you'll be seeing some interesting sights, like new Dodge cars and trucks, because Dodge's popularity is rising faster than any other American car and truck line. And now that you can buy a Caravan for $0 down and make 0 payments for 90 days, the demand for Dodge Caravans is sure to increase even more. So hurry to the Dodge Summer Clearance and get the whole picture. See the friendly Dodge dealer near you.
It's late at night. Do you know where your children are? Keep in touch with the Motorola pager from Nobody Beats the Wiz. Excuse me, I've got to use the phone.
New York Yankee baseball is being brought to you by American Express. Wherever you are, whatever you're doing, American Express helps you do more. Here's Dan Duquette, the general manager of the Boston Red Sox, and like Ted Williams, he might want to go fishing right about now.
He's saying that's what it seems like the Red Sox have been doing most of this year. Gone fishing. What a long night for Dan Duquette.
Well, if John Wetland can close this one out here in the 9th inning, we'd have another basic 4-hour Yankee win. Jose Canseco against John Wetland, who has picked up saves in his last 24 appearances. In the air to center field and deep. Bernie Williams going back. He has it lined up. One down in the ninth. Sigh of relief.
A lot of heroes for the Yankees tonight, but when you look at that 9-2 deficit, and Ruben Sierra comes up with a 3-run homer, then a sacrifice fly to put him in that elite company we talked about. 1,000 RBIs as a switch hitter. As Boggs had a couple of big knocks, and Jeter, but pretty elite company when you look at Mickey Mantle, Frankie Frisch, Pete Rose, Ted Simmons, switch hitters that have reached that 1,000 plateau. Only 10 of them, and Sierra joins that list tonight. Gerald Williams gone in to play left field for him.
Tough man at the plate now for the Yankees to retire tonight. Tim Naehring. Single and 2 doubles and a walk. Paul O'Neill hit the 2-run homer early. Naehring had the home run last night. Yankees cannot get him out. Wetland misses and falls behind 3-0. I wonder in his 24 saves how many have been 1, 2, 3 ninth innings. Definitely can count him on one hand, and it won't happen tonight. Naehring draws a walk. A perfect night as he reaches base again.
Joe Torre going through those magic red hots. Boy, he loves those. That's his lucky candy. If it's not the plum pit, it's the red hots.
I tried one of those plum pits today. I don't know how he can work on those for as long as he does. Yeah, those red. You got to put out the fire.
Ooh, those babies are hot.
Mike Stanley now. Out of play. Good night for Mike. Single and a walk. The Yankees 11, the Red Sox 9. And this game is closing in on 4 hours. Yankees leave about an hour after this one to fly to Milwaukee. Wetland high in the count. Is a ball and a strike. 1 out, 1 on. The Yankees are leading by 2. That's right. Down 9-2. The Yankees now lead it 11-9. Went to the slider. That one is high.
He's a little quick tonight with his tempo, John is. You haven't seen him rush very much, but he is tonight in these at-bats against Naehring and Stanley. Big night also for Tino Martinez.
4 hits for him. In the air to left field. It's high and it's deep. Gerald going back. He's going to play it off the wall. And the Red Sox will have runners at second and third. Naehring to third, Stanley to second. This one is not over. A Fenway game for the ages.
It's one of those high, lazy fly balls at Fenway Park that only Gerald can only turn around and wait for it to come down.
Mel Stottlemyre out now to talk with John Wetland. We're going to get a pinch runner for Mike Stanley.
Another catcher going in to run. I believe that's Bill Hasselman running for Mike Stanley. And of course, Kevin Kennedy still has a couple of quality left-hand bats left on the bench in Reggie Jefferson and Troy O'Leary.
Well, here's a man that the Yankees have had trouble with all night long, Kevin Mitchell. Single, a double, a line out, 4 runs driven in. Yankees managed to strike him out last time with Jeff Nelson on the mound in the 7th. Breaking pitch, and that's a strike. Mitchell danced away.
Jefferson has moved into the on-deck circle.
The Red Sox have the tying run down at second with 1 out. Breaking pitch taken by Mitchell, strike 2. Well, Kevin's probably heard, hey, this Wetland brings you the high heat, and he throws him 2 breakers.
Well, I mentioned Mitchell's a pretty good breaking ball hitter, but not off breaking balls like Wetland can throw.
And Duquette. The 0-2 to Mitchell. 1 ball and 2 strikes. What a game. Runners at second and third with 1 out. 11-9. Joe Torre, Don Zimmer, Johnny Pesky, Kevin Kennedy, Joe Girardi with the signs. Struck him out. He got him with the breaking pitch down and away. John Wetland picks up a huge second out on the strikeout of Kevin Mitchell.
Well, he got a big out in Mitchell on 3 good breaking balls, getting Mitchell to challenge it, but this may yet be his toughest challenge. Reggie Jefferson has become one of the best hitters in the American League after experimenting with pinch hitting for several years. He abandoned that, has become strictly a left-handed hitter, and he is having some kind of year for the Red Sox.
High average, good power, excellent run production. Hit a home run off Mark Hutton here a couple of nights ago. The Yankees are going to put him on.
Hey, how about this? Yes, sir. Joe Torre said, tear up that book that says you don't put the winning run on first base. He's read about Reggie Jefferson. He said, we'll take our chances with Troy O'Leary, even though O'Leary is a good major league hitter. He hasn't been doing the damage that Jefferson has.
I like this move. I mean, you come all the way back. You lead 11-9. Why let this guy tie the game up here?
Yeah, there's a couple of ways to think. There are a lot of managers that say my closer is good enough to get your best hitter out. In this case, Jefferson, and so they'll have their closer go at any hitter. But here, Joe Torre playing the percentages, knowing how hot Jefferson has been lately, and said, I'm not afraid to put that lead run on base.
Troy O'Leary will pinch hit here for Lee Tinsley. Yankees play it straight away in the infield and the outfield with the bases loaded. 11-9 Yankees. 2 outs. And here we go. In the air to left center field and fairly deep. Off the wall. The Yankees will relay it in. And the Red Sox get 2 runs, and this game is tied up. (11-11). O'Leary delivering the 2-run double. O'Leary turns the crowd delirious.
Well, the low fastball, and O'Leary a low fastball hitter. Seems like everybody has hammered that fast one tonight. And Gerald elects to play it off the cushion and plays it quickly to keep the winning run at third. Dave Oliver with a quick decision down there in the third base coaching box. Thought about sending Reggie Jefferson home and held him up at the last moment.
Jeff Fry has had his troubles batting tonight. He can be a hero now.
So Wetland's major league record, 24 consecutive saves, finally comes to an end.
He could win this game. He could lose this game, but he can't save it. Base hit into right field. The Red Sox win it. The Red Sox come back with 3 in the bottom of the 9th. And they win it 12-11.
Yeah, one of the first guys out there is Kevin Kennedy. Whew, was that a relief for him?
What a celebration. In a season where they've had little to celebrate, they come back and get 3 in the bottom of the 9th inning to defeat the Yankees. Dan Duquette joining in One of the few bright spots of the season for the Red Sox as they beat the Yankees 12-11 in a game that will be long remembered here at Fenway Park.
Yeah, they had one in the National League a few weeks ago that Colorado Rocky fans are still talking about. That one went 16-15. And here's the game-winning hit by Jeff Fry. Seems like these teams have gone toe-to-toe, slugging it out, home runs, and in the end, it's just a little ground ball single to right field that ends it.
And it was the man the Yankees intentionally walked who did come around to score the winning run.
Well, and Joe Torre will answer some questions about that, but again, when you've got a hitter like Reggie Jefferson, you look at Fry and the emotion he shows getting that game-winning hit. But as you mentioned, that's certainly not a move I would second-guess a manager for in that situation, putting Reggie Jefferson on, who was hitting .375, and a relieved Dan Duquette, also the Red Sox general manager. Just one of those slugfests back and forth that most of the time this year the Yankees have come out on top. But the Red Sox showed a lot of character tonight, coming back to win this one.
And so we'll come back to wrap this one up with the Red Sox winning at 12-11.
Hi, I'm Samir, and this is my mobile station. Paula loves to keep the station clean.
Being clean is just a part of being nice. I've always been a clean person. Maybe that's why they hired me.
My customers come out of the bathroom smiling.
That's all part of Friendly Serve.
And all the mobiles are going to be just like this one. Bright, beautiful, and clean.
Mobile Friendly Serve. How can we help you?
It's time for a cool deal on hot sellers with the Chrysler and Plymouth Summer Cooler. Get this money-saving lease on Plymouth Voyager, only $269 a month, no money down with air, automatic, V6, and a lot more. Or drive off with $1,000 cash back on Plymouth Neon. That can cover your down payment. You can even save $1,000 when you breeze into a new Plymouth Breeze. It's the Summer Cooler. Get to your Chrysler and Plymouth dealer and be cool.
Grab a seat and hold on tight. Don't miss all the fast-paced, hard-driving action of MetroStars Soccer, the real deal, all season long, only on MSG Network.
My boyhood dream came true when I made it to the major leagues. Hi, I'm Jim Cott, and I was lucky. But there are thousands of kids whose dreams will never come true because of the nightmare of drugs, abuse, violence, and other problems. It's destroying our kids. Kids Peace helps kids overcome crisis. Protect those you love. Call Kids Peace for this free brochure, 15 ways to help your kids through crisis. Call Kids Peace and make it count.
Word association.
Okay.
Ready? Camping.
Connecticut.
Biking.
Connecticut.
Canoeing.
Connecticut.
Hiking, golfing, sailing, gaming.
Connecticut, 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 Connecticut.
I'm noticing a trend here.
Call now for your free Connecticut vacation guide. If you're into the great outdoors, you'll find Connecticut is a great state to get into. In fact, Connecticut is the perfect place for almost anything. It's a relaxing getaway to a charming inn or B&B. Enjoy antiquing, fine dining, exploring the countryside. It's an exciting cultural experience, rich in history, world-class museums, entertainment, and the lively arts. And Connecticut is a great family adventure with beaches, rides, aquariums, hands-on history, interactive education, and so much more. Call now for your free Connecticut vacation guide.
Fishing.
Connecticut.
Cliff diving.
Cliff diving.
Not his sport.
We're back with you at Fenway Park in Boston for the Jeep Eagle game summary of one of the most memorable games between these two teams in the long rivalry, especially at Fenway. The Red Sox win it 12-11. Vaughn Eshelman gets the win. John Wetland takes the loss. The Yankees out-homer the Red Sox 3-1. But the Yankees, despite coming back from a 7-run deficit, taking a 2-run lead, could not stop the Red Sox in the bottom of the 9th inning with John Wetland on the mound. All things must come to an end, and so they did tonight for John Wetland in terms of his consecutive save streak, and the Yankees unable to win the game. That looked like they finally pulled out.
What a wild end to the game, particularly that 9th inning. If the Yankees didn't have a 10 game lead. This would be a demoralizing loss, but they can just look at it and say, hey, this is one that got away. They've won their share of these, but a big ninth inning for both ball clubs.
And as we go back now to the top of the ninth inning, we'll look at some of the hitting the Yankees did in the top of the ninth inning that set the stage for their comeback against Mike Stanton. Bernie Williams unloading the 2-run home run that brought the Yankees within 2 at 9-7.
Now that happened in the eighth inning. Then we move to the ninth inning when the Yankees take the lead against Heathcliff Slocum. Fastball after fastball. Bernie Williams gets a base hit.
Mariano Duncan had doubled to open the inning. He scored. Then Darryl Strawberry, first pitch in the hole. He singles to right field.
That tied the game with Bernie Williams scoring. And then Tino Martinez, who had a big night tonight, 4 hits. And the way Wetland had been pitching, this looked like it was going to be enough, but not tonight.
That made it 10-9. And Ruben Sierra followed by driving in the 11th run on a sacrifice fly. Then the bottom of the ninth, Jeff Fry delivers the base hit into right field, and the Red Sox Reggie Jefferson, who had been intentionally walked, came around to score the winning run. 12-11, the Red Sox over the Yankees. This was a fun game to broadcast, and I hope it was a fun game for the fans to watch, even though Yankee fans will be disappointed.
Well, and unfortunately for a lot of Red Sox fans, even when their team was leading 9-2, they left. They missed a lot of excitement the last few innings.
So the Yankees now drop a series here at Fenway Park, and they head to Milwaukee to take on the Brewers in a 4-game series. Will this one have any lingering effect, you think, on the Yankees?
None whatsoever. I think this is a ball club that has come back so many times this year, and this is one that if they won this one, they'd be in the clubhouse giggling, saying, man, we stole that game. And certainly they came back, and with Wetland on the mound, you'd think they had a great chance to win it, but they have won too many games like that. And with a 10-game lead, Baltimore was trailing when this game went to the 9th inning. So it is not a game that's going to have any kind of lingering effect on this ball club whatsoever. It has a little bit of an uplifting effect for the Red Sox.
Still amazing when you consider you could come to Fenway, out-homer the Red Sox, nearly double them in the hit department, and with the Yankee bullpen, not win the game, and that's exactly what happened here tonight.
It's the kind of games I'm accustomed to seeing coming to Fenway Park, those double-digit scoring by both teams.
So the Red Sox win it by a score of 12-11. Vaughn Eshelman won it. John Wetland lost it. And a lot of hits and a lot of runs. Hope you had enjoyed it. Now let's head to the MSG Sports Desk and Deb Kaufman, who's standing by. Deb?
All right, thanks, guys. So a tough loss for the Yankees, but Baltimore does pick up a game, even though they are still 9 back. What a game this was. The Orioles and Blue Jays went back and forth, 5 lead changes, but Bobby Bonilla with a sacrifice fly in the bottom of the 9th, and the Orioles pulled that one out. We'll have highlights later. The Mets, though, just 4.5 games back now over in the National League in the wild card race. 2 costly errors by the Phillies helped them to a 3-2 win, and they sweep the 3-game series from Philadelphia. They'll go head-to-head with Montreal tomorrow. On the NFL side, Johnny Mitchell signed officially with the Dolphins today. He didn't have to travel far. He lives in Boca Raton to sign on the dotted line. He made the short trip, and we will hear from him tonight on the desk. All-Pro wide receiver Andre Rison has moved on because of salary cap considerations by Baltimore. He's cut and agrees to a new deal with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Coming up tonight after the postgame show, our full half-hour edition of the MSG Sports Desk, we will also hear from Brett Favre as he talked for the first time about his battle with an addiction to painkillers. We'll be back with more after this.
No matter where you travel this summer, you'll be seeing some interesting sights, like new Dodge cars and trucks, because Dodge's popularity is rising faster than any other American car and truck line. And now that you can buy a Caravan for 0 down and make 0 payments for 90 days, the demand for Dodge Caravans is sure to increase even more. So hurry to the Dodge Summer Clearance and get the whole picture. See the friendly Dodge dealer near you.
Sure, people ask me why I want to be a McCain French fry. I mean, I am a potato, for crying out loud. Like I know this one spud ended up in one of those instant mashed potato boxes. He's on a shelf somewhere in Wyoming. I mean, is that a life? I mean, McCain French fries, they're loved all over the world. And honestly, I kind of like the idea of being adored far and wide. It feels good right here.
McCain potatoes become the most loved fries in the world. McCain, the world's #1 French fry.
We'll be back here for the post-game report, and also tonight on the desk, we'll hear from Brendan Malone, one of Jeff Van Gundy's new assistants, and have all the NBA news. For more now on this thrilling loss by the Yankees, let's go back to Fenway Park.
Well, the Yankees got 4 RBIs from Ruben Sierra, 4 hits from Paul O'Neill, 4 from Tino Martinez. They hit 3 home runs. They out-hit the Red Sox 19-12, but they could not hold on to this victory tonight, coming back from a 7-run deficit, taking a 2-run lead to the bottom of the ninth. The Red Sox scored 3, and they beat the Yankees 12-11. Coming up next, the Tri-State BMW postgame report with Mike Crispino. We'll hear from Deb Kaufman at the MSG Sports Desk, and Michael Kay reporting from the Yankee Clubhouse on Getaway Day in Boston. We'll be with you tomorrow night, the Yankees and the Milwaukee Brewers from County Stadium, Milwaukee. Yankee AT&T scorecard at 7:30. As always, we want to hear from you. If you got any questions, comments, suggestions, email us. That's the quickest way to get it to us at msgnview@americaonline.com. Now for Jim Cott, I'm Dave Cohen saying good night from Fenway Park in Boston.
New York Yankees baseball has been brought to you in part by Hertz. For business, for pleasure, nobody does it exactly like Hertz. By McDonald's, the official break of the Olympic Games. By Minolta, official camera of the New York Yankees at Madison Square Garden. And by your local Chrysler Plymouth dealers.
Fuji Discovery series of cameras. Catch the present for the future at Nobody Beats the Whiz.
Don't miss a minute of your favorite sports action. With ESPN Net to Go, Motorola's new sports receiver. Score updates every 5 minutes, plus ESPN's breaking news and info. Carry NFL, NBA, NHL, baseball, and college action wherever you go. Be in the know when you're on the go.
Back at Fenway Park in Boston, a truly incredible finish to a Red Sox-Yankees game, and welcome to the Tri-State BMW postgame report here on MSG. Mike Crispino joined outside a jubilant Boston Red Sox dugout by Tim Nearing, who was all over the place in the last couple of days as the Red Sox win 2 out of 3. I thought you guys were dead and buried after giving up all those runs, 9 to be exact, in the last 3 innings. How did you put it together in that final inning?
I'll tell you what, it's been that way all season long. You know, the chips have been down for us. We spoke earlier today about some of the things that would happen to us last year were happening to the Yankees this year, and they came back the last 3 innings, scored all those runs. We came in here and we said, hey, let's just go up and have some quality at bats against Wetland. You know, we know he's one of the premier guys in the league, and he shut us down over there. But we went up and had some good at bats. And I tell you what, this is just probably the wildest game I've ever played in the major leagues. And you know, I guess New York and Boston, I guess if you came, spent some money to have a seat tonight, you got your money's worth.
You guys had a 9-2 lead. Did you think there was any way they were going to come back? The Yankees have done a lot of this year.
Well, I'll tell you the truth. You know, 9-2 going into the 7th inning, a lot of times you're a little bit more comfortable out there, obviously, and rightfully so. You should be able to relax with a 7-run lead. But, you know, we know they got good hitters. At the time, Gordon was throwing the ball fairly well, and we had all our bullpen healthy, ready to go in there and shut them down, but it just didn't happen. So, I don't know, these people that stuck around, I guess, deserve a little applause themselves.
Talk about clutch hitting. Troy O'Leary comes off the bench cold, doubles off the wall. Mike Stanley, the former Yankee, does it for you to keep the rally going.
I don't know, it's a weird game sometimes, you know. You can't figure the damn thing out.
All right, that's Tim Nearing. He put it pretty much the way it is, isn't he? Congratulations. What a win for the Boston Red Sox tonight. And to recap it, let's go back to New York and the MSG Sports Desk. Here's Deb Kaufman with the highlights.
All right, thanks, Mike. Well, the Yankees got a late start tonight. They were down 7 runs by the 7th inning, but the Red Sox have had a difficult time holding on to leads all year, and the Yankees took advantage of the Boston bullpen with a thrilling comeback. But tonight, John Wetland proved that he is human. He surrendered 3 in the bottom of the 9th. You saw it here on MSG, the final 12-11. Let's go to some highlights. The Yankees hoping to take 2 out of 3 at Fenway Park, and Boston starter Tom Gordon ran into a little trouble early. The top of the first, New York runners on the corners, 1 out. Gordon gets out of it first by catching Darryl Strawberry looking. He could not believe it. And then Gordon gets Tino Martinez to ground with a broken bat to second, and that ends the threat. Joe Torre saw his starter Kenny Rogers also finding some trouble in the first inning with 2 outs, no one on. He walks Mo Vaughn, and then he walks the next batter, Jose Canseco. Rogers going into tonight's game 8-1 at Fenway. He's had some success, but that sets the table for Tim Naring, and he rips the ball off the green monster and left. It's a long single. Vaughn comes around to score, and Boston takes the early 1-0 lead. The Yankees get on the board in the third. Paul O'Neill with 1 on, lines one into the right center field corner. That's a 2-run into the right center field seats. That's a 2-run homer. The Yankees up 2-1. To the fourth, Kevin Kennedy's club gets things even. Runners on the corners now. Kevin Mitchell smacks the ball right by Rogers and into center. Naring scores, and we're tied at 2. To the bottom of the fifth now, where Kenny Rogers became his own worst enemy. 1 on, 2 outs. He hits Jose Canseco on the right foot with the pitch. It puts the go-ahead run in scoring position, and Tim Naring, who had a great night, makes him pay, nails the ball right into the ground rule double. John Valentin scores. The Red Sox up 3-2. After walking Mike Stanley, now Torre had seen enough of Rogers. He pulled him early. He brings in Bob Wickman. He was not the answer. The next batter, Kevin Mitchell, hurt the Yankees all night tonight. He greets Wickman with a long drive to center. Bernie Williams had a shot at it, couldn't really time it correctly. Canseco and Naring score. Stanley soon follows, and the Red Sox had a 6-2 lead. Now to the bottom of the 6th, Boston adds on 2 from Jose Canseco. He wallops the Jeff Nelson pitch deep into left off the tower. Boston is cruising now 9-2. New York trying to come back in the 7th. If you were watching it, you might have turned it off and thought the Yankees were finished. But Ruben Sierra lines the ball into the right field corner. It just stays fair. It's a 3-run shot, and the Yankees lead. The Yankees are down now just 9-5. The Red Sox lead cut to 4. Mike Stanton now pitching 1 on, nobody out. Bernie Williams smacks it into the netting. That's a 2-run homer, and New York was now within 2 as they crawl back 9-7. Later in the inning, the bases were loaded. Heathcliff Slocum on in relief, pitching to Derek Jeter with 2 outs, and Jeter, who's done it before, can't extend the rally. He does ground out to short, and that ends the inning. But it wasn't over. The Yankees got another opportunity in the 9th. Bernie Williams sends a line drive to center. Mariano Duncan hustles from third to score. The Yankees are down 9-8. The Yankee brain trust looking on, and Darryl Strawberry, who's won a couple of games for the Yankees since coming aboard, takes his turn, and he grounds a single to right. Bernie Williams sprints around third and scores, and the straw man helps New York tie it at 9. He is all pumped up. The next batter is Tino Martinez. He sends a dying single to right. Paul O'Neill will score from third, and the Yankees took the lead. 10-9, they go ahead. They added another on a Ruben Sierra sac fly. And with the way John Wetland has been pitching, you might have thought they would have it wrapped up. But pinch hitter Troy O'Leary gets one very deep off the green monster. 2-run score, and that tied the game at 11. The next batter was Jeff Fry with a runner on second. He finishes it off. A base hit to right, that does it. Reggie Jefferson, who they'd intentionally walked, comes around to score, and the Red Sox win a thriller, the final 12-11. All right, some scores now. The Orioles are now just 9 games back. They win a wild one at home against Toronto. 5 lead changes. A sacrifice fly by Bobby Bonilla wins it. Jesse Levis, the game-winning RBI in the bottom of the 10th. The Brewers beat the Tigers. The Twins edge the White Sox. Denny Hawkins 1 out RBI single in the bottom of the 9th. The Indians lose to the Royals by a final of 3-2. Bob Hamlin drove in a couple of runs. The Angels are in Texas. It's a final now 7-3. Juan Gonzalez hits his 24th. The Mariners are in Oakland at the Coliseum. They're all tied up at 5. Jay Buhner with his 25th. They are still in the 4th inning. All right, as we catch our breath, we move over to the National League, and the Mets complete a 3-game sweep of the Phillies with a 3-2 win this afternoon at Shea. Butch Huskies sacrifice fly scores. Chris Jones with a winning one in the bottom of the 9th. We'll have highlights on the full half-hour sports desk. A quick look now at some of the National League scores. The Astros trounced by the Marlins. Florida scoring a lot of runs. Pittsburgh and Chicago postponed due to rain. Colorado edges the Giants 4-3. Eric Young with the game-winning RBI. The Padres and Dodgers, it's 2-1 there in the 4th. And one last score, the Cardinals and the Reds. It's a 6-4 win for St. Louis. All right, stay with us. The post-game report will continue live from Fenway Park. We'll be back later.